Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about something so freaking exciting. I am so excited. Woo! So, how do I even start this? Oh my god. Basically, I'll just give you guys a quick overview, but essentially I have a big announcement to make, or a big thing to tell you guys. Basically, I have some really exciting news for you guys, and I am just so happy that I finally did this for myself. And you know, it's definitely scary, but I'm so excited. Okay, so without further ado, basically, I booked Europe. But not only that, I booked Europe by myself. So I am going to Europe solo. And, you know, if you would have told me this 12 months ago, even 6 months ago, I would have thought that you were crazy. I would have just been like, what are you talking about? I would never go to Europe by myself or go traveling by myself. First of all, I would have been like, what's the fun in going somewhere alone? And then second of all, I would have been like, oh, you know, I'd rather just wait for my boyfriend or my friends. So basically, if you guys had have told me that I was going to be going on a solo trip by myself to Europe 6 or 12 months ago, I would have thought that you were completely batshit crazy. I would have just laughed, because I would have been like, why would I do that? First of all, I would have been like, why would I go away by myself and do something by myself? Like, that doesn't sound fun. Why would I go anywhere by myself, let alone go to Europe by myself and spend all that money just to go traveling by myself? And I always really liked the idea of solo traveling, but it was kind of like the idea of minimalism. Like, I like the idea of these things, but I was kind of like, okay, I could never, for example, live in a tiny home because I just have too much stuff. Like, it just wouldn't work for me. And yeah, like, I could get rid of my stuff, but then I wouldn't feel complete without my stuff. So it was kind of the same idea about solo traveling. Like, I always thought, that sounds amazing, I would love to do something like that. And along the way, you know, in Europe and in Bali and, you know, different places that I've been, I have met solo travelers, and a lot of them have been females around my age. And I always, like, every time I spoke to them and kind of got to know them, I'd say, oh my god, that is so awesome. I wish I could do that. Like, I wish I was brave enough to do that. And then, you know, it was just something that I was contemplating for a long time. Like, I was kind of just like, you know, should I go by myself? Because no one in my life, like none of my girlfriends, my boyfriend, my sister, my mum, like no one in my life could go this year or could give me like a date when they could go back to Europe. Because as you guys know, if you haven't seen my Greek Islands vlog, you know that I love Europe, and I'm just so obsessed with Europe, and in particular Greece and Italy, and I just can't wait to go back. So the thought of having to wait another 2, 3, 4, 5 years to go back somewhere that I, you know, miss with all of my heart, it was just unbearable. And I know it might sound silly, and like, it's such a first world problem, and I totally understand that, but it was just something that I just couldn't bring myself to be happy with and content with. And I knew that if I stayed home again this year, I would just get the biggest FOMO from everyone else going to Europe and going to Greece and going to Italy and going to the places that I really just dream about going back to on a daily basis. And, you know, I'm not over exaggerating. Like, this is all I want right now in my life. Like, I don't want to get married, I don't want to get engaged. That should probably come first, but I don't want to get engaged or married or have kids or settle down or buy a house. Like, that is not what I want right now. Like, I just turned 22 the other week, and this is my time to be selfish, and this is my time to do what I want to do for me. And that is traveling. And it's really funny because I realized I made a video about 12 months ago wearing this exact same top and talking about my biggest, what was it? My biggest inspiration in life, which is traveling, and nothing has changed. If anything, I've just had more kind of signs from the universe to continue to chase my dream and my dreams of traveling and going to these amazing places and, you know, just living my best life, essentially. So yeah, I mean, when I first was thinking about solo traveling, all right, let me tell you a story. So just to give it kind of more context. So as I said, no one in my life was in the position to come traveling and, you know, come back to Europe with me this year or in the near future. And like I just said, I couldn't really bear with that. I couldn't really deal with that thought, and about, you know, and the thought of not going back somewhere that I constantly think about and constantly is on my mind was just really frustrating, because I have the money, I have the time in my uni holidays, and I just thought, what the hell am I waiting for? Like, I'm literally just waiting for other people. Like, that is all I'm waiting for. That's the only thing holding me back. And then, like, I'd just joke about it and I'd be like, oh, like, maybe I should just go by myself, you know? Why not? Like, you know, and I was literally just talking crap. And when I was saying that, like, I was kind of just talking crap. Like, I didn't really think that I would do it. So, you know, at first it was just me, like, playing around, like, being like, oh, you know, no one can go with me. Like, I may as well go by myself. And then I'd just be like, oh no, like, I couldn't do that. Like, and then I'd have people in my life that would be like, yeah, like, that's awesome. Like, go by yourself, like, be a boss and just go and do you and live your best life. And then I'd have people like my nan and my mum, you know, obviously wanting the best for me as well, being more cautious and being like, no, like, you shouldn't go solo traveling as a female. Like, it is so dangerous. You need to be with a man or a friend, you know, you cannot go by yourself, like, this is stupid, kind of thing. And then, you know, so I had like this constant like battle, like, should I go and like listen to the people that are like telling me to go and you do you kind of thing, or should I just like stay and wait and be safe? And then, you know, I was just contemplating it for months, like literally months. I don't remember when I first started actually seriously, actually no I do, it was when I went to the Gold Coast. So it was like, it was February, okay? So I've been contemplating going by myself since February, okay? So since Feb, I have been kind of joking around and being like, yeah, I'll just go by myself. And then I was kind of like, wait, like, what if I actually did? And then, like I said, I just kept shutting down the idea. Like, I was like, oh, like, that's really, you know, it's gonna be hard. Like, Connor, my boyfriend, like, how's that gonna go down? Like, it's just gonna be a bit hard. And then I was kind of like, oh, like, it would be cool. Like, I'd love to go this year, but maybe I should just wait. Wait for people to come with me. And my cousin, he's a boy, by the way, but he's going to Europe by himself. He's doing a Kentucky tour. And when I was in the Gold Coast, I actually stayed with him and his mum, and he was telling me about how he's going solo. And that was kind of where it all started. Like, I was kind of like, oh, like, maybe I should just go solo. And so that's where it kind of all started taking off and kind of developing, I suppose. And then I was kind of like, nah, like, it's this year, like, that's crazy. Like, I haven't booked anything, I haven't organized anything, you know, like, I'm a very organized person. I like to plan and I like to organize. So I kind of just thought, oh my God, it's such late notice. Like, I can't, you know, there's no way that I could book something. I mean, obviously anything is possible, but I was kind of like, no, like, it's too soon. I'll just wait, you know. And I have other plans for next year, but you guys will have to wait and see what they are. So I was kind of just like, there was just this urge and this rush and this urgency to go back, because I know that next year I can't, for other reasons, I can't go back because I'll be busy doing something else. And, you know, this year is my last year of uni and I do have a month off in July. So I kind of just thought like, what the heck, why not? And yeah, so he's going by himself, and it really kind of inspired me to think about, you know, maybe I should do that. Just, you know, when you really want something and you just keep researching it and kind of just, but like you keep, like there's a part of you, like obviously the part of your brain that's, you know, the cautious, like fight or flight mode is kind of just like, no, like just chill. But then the other part of your brain, like the impulsive part of your brain is like, yes, just go for it, you know, book it, do it, whatever, who cares, don't think about the repercussions, just do it and go and just have a ball. So like I said, there was this ongoing battle with myself, and, you know, obviously other people were kind of just like telling me to stay, and some people were telling me to go, so I was just, I was like indecisive. But at the end of the day, obviously I made the decision and I booked it. And yeah, it was hard because like not only did I have to, because obviously I have a boyfriend, so not only was it my decision, but I had to make sure that he was comfortable with it too. And at first, you know, there was actually a point in time when I like joked about it, like it was a complete joke, and I was like, yep, I've booked it, like everything's locked in, blah blah blah. And he believed it, and he was kind of like, holy crap, like I didn't know you'd actually do it. But you know, all along, like he's been super supportive, and he has told me like, go, like I don't want to stop you from doing what you want to do, go. So that's what made me like actually think, okay, this is feasible. Like my boyfriend is on board with this, you know, my friends are on board with this, my parents, you know, mum took a little bit of time to kind of swing around, but like they're on board with this, like I should just go kind of thing. So like I was saying, I just continuously, like every day before I made up my mind completely, I already knew what I wanted, and that was to go back. So I was looking at tours that I could do, because obviously I didn't want to do it completely by myself, because I wanted to be as safe as I possibly could, being a female solo traveler. And this being my first time ever doing something like this, I am obviously a little bit anxious and scared. So I was, you know, researching tours, and I came across a Contiki tour that like literally ticked off pretty much every single place that I have been dying to go. And I was like, I couldn't have made up a better itinerary for myself, you know, like if I was to make up my itinerary, it would be like this tour and then maybe a couple of other places, but like it was pretty much like what I wanted down to a T. So I was like, I found it, like I found the right one for me. So then that's kind of where I was like, holy crap, like I want to book this. And then that was what I told my boyfriend I booked, but I didn't really book, I was just talking shit. But yeah, I was really interested in this tour. So, and I went through different stages of, you know, the process. Like when I first thought about doing this by myself, I called up Contiki, I went to a couple of travel agents, and then at the end of the day, when I booked it this month, on my birthday was when I booked it, because I was just like, I need to do this for myself. But when I booked it, I booked everything by myself. I booked my flights, you know, now I'm organizing everything entirely by myself. And it's such a great feeling that I'm doing this entirely by myself. Like I'm going solo, I get to choose where I want to go, I get to choose where I'm staying, like I'm in charge completely of this. This is my baby. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but I am in charge. So it's a great feeling, because I organized and booked everything for our Bali trip last year. So, and the first time that we went to Europe, we had a lot of difficulty and a lot of issues with our travel agent at the time. So she just, like, yeah, it was just a mess. She basically made a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of inconsistencies with our bookings. It was a very stressful time when we went to Europe the first time, because nothing was organized and it was all kind of out of our control. So yeah, it was just messy. So I always swore after that one bad experience, I would never go through a travel agent again, and I would just do everything by myself. So, you know, when I was booking this and when I was thinking about it, I kind of did go to travel agents, but mostly that was just just for me to get an idea of the tours and the packages that I could kind of get, and kind of an idea of the price as well that I would be looking at, because obviously it was quite late in the game and I thought, oh my god, the flights are going to be ridiculous, you know, I don't want to have to pay a lot of money, because the last time that we booked we paid a lot of money. I don't want to get started on how much money we paid on the flights, but we paid a lot of money on the flights. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna figure out like the dates that I can go, how much it's going to cost in my flights, how much, you know, all of everything is going to add up to my tours and everything. And then it just kind of evolved, you know, the more stuff, because I'm the kind of person who's like, okay, I'm going to Europe, so I want to hit all these places, even if they're like so far away from each other. I'm kind of like, I'm making the effort, go hard or go home, all or nothing, that is me. So I was, you know, I was just kind of like, where do I want to go back? So I was like, okay, Greece, I want to go back to Mykonos because it is my favorite place in the world. It probably will still be my favorite place when I get back, but I'll let you know if something overtakes Mykonos. But I was like, yeah, Mykonos, I want to go back to Mykonos. Then this tour, which I will tell you guys about soon, is what I was like, yeah, that is going to be the bulk of my trip. So I'm going to do the tour for just over 2 weeks. And then I can kind of book other stuff around it. So I want to be gone for about a month. And then I was kind of like, yep, how much money do I want to spend whilst I'm there? How much money do I have saved? Etc, etc. So then I was also like, okay, I really want to go to Croatia. And then I was like, can I fit in a sail? And I had a look at different sailing packages and I was kind of like, okay, don't get me wrong, like, I like to party, I like to drink, I like to have fun, but I was like, I want to go to Croatia and remember what I'm seeing. Like, I want to have more of a cultural experience and kind of just like more of a chilled out, laid back, like, you know, more of a, I guess, sophisticated, higher end type of experience than, you know, like a party boat where like everyone's just messy every day. And yeah, I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that situation. So I did a lot of research about what, you know, other sailing companies were out there, and I found an amazing company called Med Sailors, and I'm going to go on their trip soon, so I'll vlog the entire thing. But I was like, okay, bingo, I found the right one. So, you know, I figured out my dates that I was going to go for. I figured out what I wanted to do whilst I was there. I kind of figured out, you know, like what I couldn't also fit in that amount of time, which I was very upset about because I just wanted to hit everything that I had been missing for the past, it's going to be 2 years soon. So the past 2 years, all of the places that I really loved that I went the first time, plus places that I haven't seen as of yet that I've been dying to go to. So let me tell you guys about my tour because I'm so freaking excited about my tour. I'm going to tell you guys about all of the places that I'm going to be hitting on the way there, and yeah, I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my tour book in a sec, but I'm just gonna let you guys know one thing that I think is quite important. So when I first booked this trip, like that day, I'd been thinking about it for ages because it was like February to May. So what's that? It's like March, April, 3 months. Yeah, kind of. I don't know what time in February I was thinking about this, but anyway, around 3 months I was contemplating doing this. So it wasn't like a really impulsive thing, but it was kind of like, because I found really good flight prices, by the way, to Athens with Emirates. So I was like, okay, cool, great airline, you know, this is where I want to go, like these are the dates that I want to go. So it was from Sydney to Athens, and then on the way home it was from Rome to Sydney. So via Dubai, both ways. So I found really good flight prices on Skyscanner, and I'd been scanning like literally pretty much every day because, like I said to you guys, it was something that I just obsessively researched and obsessively kept coming back to. Like I kept being like, nah, like I'm not gonna book it, I'm gonna wait. And then I'd be like, wait, but like what if I do this? And you know, I kept just going back and like refreshing Skyscanner on a daily freaking basis. So anyway, I found really good flight prices on my birthday, and around my birthday had been a really hard time for me just with personal stuff in my life. you know, I lost my horse, who is so, so dear to my heart and has been a massive part of my life for the past, God, I don't even know how many years, but she's, you know, she was my best friend, and it was just such a hard time. It was very sad, and it was the day before my birthday that I lost her, so it was just like this whole mixed bag of emotions that I was going through. And you know, on my birthday, I'd taken the day off work like a couple of weeks before. Like, I'd put in my notice that I wasn't gonna go to work that day, and I'd swapped my shifts around, but because I wanted to enjoy my birthday, and I thought, you know, maybe a friend would be free, or, you know, my mum or someone would be free to go and do something. But no one was free on that day, so I felt just really lonely. It didn't feel like my birthday. I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer and bring down the whole vibe of this video, but like what I'm saying was, on that particular day, it was just, everything kind of just hit me. I was like, you know, life can change, as we know it can change in the blink of an eye. And that does sound very like cynical and, you know, negative, but it's true. There's absolutely no guarantee of tomorrow, and a lot of people live their lives like there is, and there just isn't, you know. So, you know, I might have been waiting around for the inevitable, which was to go back to Europe, but like, who knows what could have happened between now and when someone else was ready to come with me, or when I was in the position to go back myself, you know, around full-time work and other commitments. So yeah, I just wanted to bite the bullet, and on that day, on my birthday, I just spent the entire day like actually sitting down and just being like, right, like, I'm doing this because I need to do this for myself. Like, this is something that, it's a very selfish thing to do, like booking a trip by yourself and being like, see ya, I'm going. So I was just like, you need this, like, you need to do this for yourself, otherwise you're gonna be stuck here in Sydney in July. It's gonna be cold. I know, like, oh my God, it's tragic, isn't it? But like, seriously, I was gonna be stuck in Sydney, and I was going to be watching everyone else in Europe, and I was going to be absolutely depressed. I was going to have seasonal depression, and I was going to have the biggest FOMO in my life. So I was like, I need to do this for myself. I'm doing it, I'm booking it, I'm sitting down and I'm doing it. So anyway, I spent the entire day just researching, like hardcore researching, like no more like fluffing around. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go here on this date, do this on this date, blah, blah, blah. Being very like precise about everything that I wanted to do and everything that I wanted to fit in, and being realistic about what I could do and what I couldn't do. And, you know, just calculating the price of everything and going through everything, you know, going on Airbnb, Skyscanner, looking at different transfers, different interconnecting flights, just, you know, basically overloading myself with information and writing everything down and just really strategically planning out my trip. And that's what I spent the entire day doing. And then it was like, oh crap, what time was it? It was probably like 7 o'clock at night. No, 6 o'clock at night. I don't know, something around that time, when I was on the Skyscanner website, and I thought, if I don't book this plane ticket now, like, when am I going to do it? So it felt impulsive when I booked it. I went on and I booked it, and I was like, holy crap. Like, holy crap, I booked it. And like, I kind of thought, holy shit, like, what have I done? And then that entire night, like, we went out for dinner for my birthday, and like I said, because it was a really hard week, it did not feel like my birthday. And I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself, but I'm just explaining like what I went through and like the mental, you know, process that it took to do this. So it didn't feel like my birthday. We went out for dinner in the city to a Thai restaurant, and I actually ended up like, just, you know, when you just end up crying and in just the most annoying places. Like, I hate crying in public, like, it is the worst thing. But, you know, Mum had made me a card with my dog on the front of it, and I was looking at it and I said, oh, he's so cute. And then I just started tearing up and started crying and sobbing, because it just made me think of my horse, Ellie, and the loss that I just had. So, you know, and how it just shouldn't have happened. But yeah, it was just hard. So yeah, when I came home, I just could not sleep. I was like, holy crap, what have I done? I started freaking out. I was like, just kind of just feeling really anxious about it all. I was like, oh my God, like I've actually booked my flights. Like I'm actually freaking doing this. Like there is no return. I have done this. And it was kind of like almost like buyer's regret. Like I was just like, holy shit, what have I done? And so I just got really scared because I was like, I'm going to be doing all this stuff by myself. Like, how am I going to go? Like, it was more so just my safety that I was worried about, more so than doing things alone. Like, it wasn't that. It was more so just, you know, going on trains by myself and, you know, waiting around by myself and being like vulnerable. Even though I don't consider myself vulnerable, like I am a female and we do have to be aware that we do have to be more careful than men, unfortunately. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is the way that the world is. It's super unfortunate, but that is the truth. It's really unfortunate that that's the way that the world is, but it is. So anyway, I just kind of started low-key freaking out about my trip. So like I wasn't, you know, like panicky or anything, but I just couldn't sleep because I was just like going over and over in my head, like all of the bad things that could possibly happen. But then my mum realized that I was awake and then we had a good chat. I had a tea and we just, you know, spoke about everything. And she's like, look, you've made your bed, now sleep in it, kind of thing. Like, you have decided to do this. You have researched it. You're going to be as safe as you possibly can, like, as I know. And she just basically comforted me and made me feel like, yeah, it's okay. Like, I can do this by myself and I will be fine and I'll be able to come home and share how amazing my experience was and grow from this, essentially. Because like I've said before in my other video about traveling is, you know, I believe it is the best investment that you can make in yourself. Because I have grown so much from traveling over the years, and I'm sure that after this trip I'll grow even more. So I'm so excited to see how I grow as a person, and yeah, it's going to be such a big accomplishment, as well as, you know, it's just, I like to push myself and I like to push my limits and push like what I believe that I'm capable of, because I believe that a lot of us doubt ourselves more than what we should, because I don't know why we do it, but we just do. And I know that I'm going to be 100% fine. I'm going to have a great time and I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be cautious and I'm going to not do anything that is going to put me in a situation that isn't going to be a good one. So, you know, I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can be, and that is all you can ever do in life. You know, something bad could happen to me in Sydney, so you never know. But nothing bad is going to happen to me and I'm going to be fine. So that is the process that I had to go through to kind of actually book it. And like I said, it was a massive emotional journey to actually do that. But yeah, it feels great to have actually done something by myself completely and for myself, and just being completely self-absorbed and selfish. I mean, as bad as that might sound, it's actually a good thing sometimes, because how can we expect to give stuff to other people and give our time and our energy to other people if we're not doing anything for ourselves? And I believe that we should do whatever makes us happy, as long as it is, you know, achievable and we're not harming anyone else along the way. Then we, you know, just chase your dreams and go for it. So I'm gonna go and show you guys my Contiki book, and yeah, I'm so excited to tell you guys about my trip. Okay, so I'm back and I've got my Contiki book, and this book has actually been on the coffee table with me, and I'm so excited to show you guys my trip and tell you all about what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be going. So this book has actually been sitting on the coffee table for the past 3 months and so it has been, you know, definitely used for bowls and plates and stuff, so it's got marks all over it, but never mind that. So like I said, it has just been sitting there staring at me day after day. So it had been sitting there day after day, just kind of like teasing me, and you know, I'd flick through it and I'd be like, oh, I wish I could go back, and then obviously I just bit the bullet and did it, as we know. So basically I'm gonna go through my itinerary with you guys. My itinerary, shit, is it itinerary or itinerary? No, it's itinerary. So basically I'm gonna go through my itinerary with you guys and tell you where I'm going and what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm doing the Quest to Rome Contiki, and this tour goes for 16 days and we go to 16 different countries, and I'm so excited. So basically I start in London, and then we go to Paris. So day 1 is London, where we meet up. Day 2 is Paris. Day 3 is Bordeaux. Days 4 and 5 we go to San Sebastian. Then days 6 and 7 we go to Barcelona. I'm so excited. Then days 8 and 9 we are in Nice, and I'm so excited about going to Nice. All of these places have just been on my bucket list for so long. So it just feels amazing to finally be going, and it's locked in. So day 10, I'm going to Cinque Terre, which I am so excited about because I have been looking and obsessing over these photos for so long because it's just so beautiful. It doesn't even seem real. Let me show you guys because I'm so excited. So that is Cinque Terre. How freaking beautiful is it? Then I'll be going to Florence on day 11, and I've been to Florence before and it was so beautiful, so I can't wait to go back. And days 12 and 13 I'm going to Sorrento, and then days 14 and to 15 I'm going to be in Rome, and then on day 16 we end in Rome. So I'm so excited for this tour. There are so many cool and amazing activities in here as well. In Paris, we obviously see the Eiffel Tower and all of the amazing landmarks there. So obviously in Paris, we see all of the amazing landmarks there. We have a cabaret show. And then in Barcelona, we get to roam the Gothic Quarter and see all of the amazing Gothic architecture. And I'm so excited because I've seen it so many times on social media and I've just been dying over it. And in San Sebastian, obviously we get to see the beach, and the same with Nice and Barcelona as well. We'll get to go to the beach hopefully. Then there is a flamenco show with dinner, which is like a dancing show. In Nice, we have the option of going to a Monaco dinner. So Monaco is where all of like the rich and famous park their yachts. So I'm really excited to go there, and hopefully I'll meet some famous people along the way, you never know. And then we also have the option of doing a Nice bike ride. So super exciting. And then in Florence, we have a locally guided walking tour. So I've done that before, but I'll happily do it again. Florence is beautiful. And then we have a Tuscan evening in Sorrento. This is like the part that I'm excited for all of it, but I'm especially excited for this part. So we get to cruise around the Isle of Capri in a boat. I mean, how dreamy is that? And then in Rome, we get to see the Colosseum. We get to go to the Roman Forum. So on the way to Florence, we get to go and see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which I'm so excited about because it's another place that I have been dying to go. And on the way from Sorrento to Rome, we actually go via Pompeii, and we'll get to do a Pompeii walking tour. So I'm so excited about that because I did ancient history in year 11 and 12 and I am obsessed with history. So that has been a place that I've been dying to go for like 5 or 6 years now. So I'm so excited to finally see it in person, and just, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And then in Rome, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing in Rome. Sorry, so days 14 and 15, we're in Rome, and then our tour ends in Rome day 16. So in Rome, we'll obviously get to see the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, the Piazza Venezia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I am trying to learn Italian as well, by the way, for my trip, and I'm so excited, so I'll keep you posted. The Trevi Fountain, love the Trevi Fountain, love it. One of my favorites. It was definitely my favorite thing to see in Rome. It was just so beautiful, and I low-key felt like Lizzie McGuire. So love that for me. And then the Trevi Fountain, the Piazza Navona. Piazza Navona. I don't think I've been there, but I'm excited to see it. Okay, so then obviously we have the guided tour of Pompeii, and then there is a guided tour of the Vatican that we can do if we want to. I've already seen the Vatican, so probably we'll skip out on that one. And then we have a cooking class and dinner that we can do, and it's like a pasta cooking class. So I'm assuming we're actually making pasta from scratch, which would be pretty cool. In day 16, we finish in Rome. So I am so excited for my tour. This is such an amazing itinerary, and like I said, the only thing that I would have added to this tour would be Venice, because I'm dying to go back to Venice, but unfortunately it ends in Rome. There is a longer version of this tour, and there is also a shorter version of this tour, and there's a couple of like this tour, because with Contiki a lot of tours join up together, so this does have a couple of other tours that may or may not be joining up with us along the way, and then kind of ending and starting in different places. I'm super excited for my tour. The itinerary is everything I could want and need, but like I said, I just wish I was going to Venice. So now I'm just gonna tell you guys my exact itinerary and the one that I've made for myself around this tour, and the other things that I'm going to be doing and seeing, and I'm just so excited. So it feels amazing to be able to talk about it and share it with you guys. So I've been super organized. I've made my itinerary in my Google Docs. Here it is. I leave on the 1st of July from Sydney, and then it's really trippy because of the time difference. I still end up arriving in Athens after a stopover in Dubai on the 1st at nighttime. I've booked an Airbnb for the night, and then the following day I fly out to Mykonos. I'm in Mykonos from the 2nd till the 6th of July, and then on the 6th of July I'm gonna fly out to Dubrovnik, and I'm staying in Dubrovnik for one night because my sail leaves on the 7th of July, and that goes from the 7th till the 13th of July, and that is just a big sail all around the Croatian islands, and I'm so excited about that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I don't know if you guys, like, if it means anything if I tell you what islands I'm going to, but basically I'm going to be starting in Dubrovnik, and that will start on the 7th, and then I'm going to the islands of I don't know if I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of these words, so please don't come for me, but I'm going to Sipan, Miljet, I think it's pronounced, Lombarda. Okay, and then in between we're going to be doing kayaking, going to the Miljet National Park, if that's how you pronounce it. Then we're going to Lombarda, and we're going to do some wine tasting. Korčula, oh sugar, Korčula, which I've heard is an amazing island from people that I know that have been to Croatia. Lavosti is the next island, then Voboska, Hvar. Then we're going to explore the Hvar town. There's some water sports as well. Then we're going to Bol, which is just a day stop. Then we're going to Supetar, and then we finish in Split. And I'm staying in Split for, at the moment, I'm staying there for quite a few nights because I do want to go to the national park and just kind of relax as well before my tour starts, because it is going to be an intense tour. Like, it's just go, 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 go. So I just wanted some time before I fly out to London to kind of just relax, spend some time on the beach, and just unwind, you know, before I have to then start another tour. But I'm really excited about this sail because it isn't just like other sails. So I'm going with Med Sailors, and I'll do a whole video on, you know, I'll do a whole vlog once I'm there, but it's just amazing. So it's a lot more relaxed than other boats, and there's actually a lot less people as well on the boats. And the amazing thing about this tour, which made me feel really comfortable, was that they actually match you up in like a bunk room with, or like a room with someone who is around your age and similar interests. So I'm going to be room sharing with another girl in her 20s, and she's also a solo traveler. So it's just going to be amazing, and we're going to have the best time. So I'll just show you guys quickly the tour. So yeah, I'm so excited, and Croatia has been a place that I have been dying to go as well. I know I've been saying that so much in this video, but it is just so true. I'm so happy with my itinerary, and I'm just so happy with everything and how everything has come together and worked out. So yeah, this is going to be a super intimate boat. There's not like a massive amount of people on it, and yeah, the boats look absolutely amazing. I'll show you the boats. That's just a shot of the boats. So as you can see, they are quite small. They're just yachts and catamarans, but I just feel so comfortable with this tour. Yeah, I'm really happy that I chose Med Sailors, and I can't wait to go on the boat. I'm just so excited. So I end my sail on the 13th of July. And at the moment I'm staying in Split in an Airbnb from the 13th until the 16th. And then on the 16th I'll fly out to London and I'll spend a night in London. And then I start my tour in London on the 17th of July. And then I'm on that tour that I told you guys about with Contiki from the 17th all the way through till the 1st of August. And it ends in Rome at 9 AM on the 1st of August. And then Okay, this is another part that I have to tell you guys about because I'm so excited! Alright, so I have been absolutely dying over Positano and the Amalfi Coast, and that is a major reason why I booked my Contiki, as well as the fact that it hits a lot of the places along the Mediterranean, which I am just obsessed with. And I haven't been to Spain yet, and that has been a place that I've been dying to go. Nice, all of those places, but especially the Amalfi Coast and exploring more of Italy, because I absolutely love Italy and it's a place that I can see myself going back to over and over and over again. So that's why I'm trying to learn Italian, and I'm actually doing quite well. So if you guys wanted to know, I'm actually learning Italian on Duolingo, and yeah, it's going really well. I'm doing well with my Italian. So anyway, I have booked Positano. I can't believe it. I'm going to Positano. The amount of times I have seen Positano on my Instagram feed and the amount of times I've just been like, I need to go there, has just been ridiculous. Like, it has been on the top of my list for the longest time. So I booked Positano. So I finish in Rome on the 1st of August, and I'm going to go via a fast train and then a bus, most likely from Rome to basically Positano. And where I'm staying is a bit out of Positano because obviously I'm doing this solo. I'm not in a honeymoon and I don't have unlimited funds. So I'm staying a little bit out of Positano, but my accommodation is to die for. Like, I am just, when I arrive there, like, I'm going to literally cry and just be in heaven. And that is the same with Mykonos. Like, I'm just going to be, I'm just going to sit there and go, how is my life real? And I know I sound dramatic, but it is so true. So anyway, I have booked Positano, so I'm going to go via train and bus, and then I arrive in Positano where I'm staying. I'm going to stay there from the 1st of August until the 4th of August. So I'm going to check out on the 4th, and most likely I'm going to stay in Rome on the 4th, but I may even check out on the 5th because my plane doesn't leave Rome until like 10:30 at night. So I might even stay an extra night here and just make sure I wake up early and then head back to Rome, you know, in time for my flight, which is at nighttime anyway. So it should be fine either way. I might book an extra night there. And my Airbnb host is super nice. We've had like conversations on WhatsApp. He's even called me on WhatsApp, and we've been talking Italian and stuff, and it's just, he's like, yeah, if you need to book an extra night, that's fine, just pay me in person. So I'm so excited for that. I fly out on the 5th of August and I arrive back in Sydney on the 7th of August. So it is a little bit confusing with the time zones, but I'm so excited. And then I've also written like a list of like what I need to buy and also like what I still need to pay for, essentially. So yeah, I'm so excited. I was going to show you guys where I'm going to be staying, but you know what? I think I might just leave that for the vlogs because, I mean, it's super exciting, but I think it'll be better if you guys can see it when I'm actually there. And yeah, you'll see it on my Instagram anyway, but it's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. I'm so excited for my trip. I'm so excited that I had the balls to book this trip, because honestly, that's what it took. It took a lot of courage and a lot of, you know, obviously this is what I really want. It took a lot of desire for me to want to do this and to pursue this, you know, so much. Obviously it means a lot to me, and yeah, I'm really happy that I followed my heart and I followed my gut and I booked it. And yeah, basically I'm going solo traveling, baby. I'm so excited. So freaking excited. I'm going to bring a little travel tripod around with me, because obviously I'm not gonna have an Instagram boyfriend, and you know, you can ask people along the way, but it's not the same. So I'm gonna bring a tripod with me. Obviously on my Contiki, I can have other people that can take photos and videos, and I'll do the same for them. And you guys might be like, oh my God, that is so vain. But you know, obviously I care about documenting my trips, and I like vlogging, and I like traveling and documenting the whole thing. So without having someone else to take the footage, I need something to do that for me. So that is what I'm doing. I'd love to buy a drone, especially for Mykonos, because it's just going to be insane. Mykonos and Croatia and Positano. But I don't know if I can justify the price of a drone, especially because I'm already spending a lot of money on my trip. But I work really hard and I deserve this trip for myself, and I work really hard, and this is what I'm working towards at the moment. You know, I'm working towards basically traveling and living up my 20s and just, you know, experiencing the world and different cultures and traveling as much as I possibly can. So thank you all so much for watching today's video, and hopefully I've inspired some of you girls or guys to maybe even book a solo traveling trip as well by yourself. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you wait for people to come traveling with you, you're not gonna go anywhere. And I know that sounds really, really negative, but I just think that in a sense it is true, because if you're waiting for all these people to go to all of these places that you have in mind, they might not be able to get the time off work or have the money or whatever. They have other commitments and priorities. And if you're in a position to go somewhere, you have the money, the time, you know, everything, all of your ducks are lined up in a row, like you're the only person that is stopping yourself essentially. So just go, be selfish, live your best life. And yeah, I'm so excited to share my journey with you guys. And I'm also gonna do what to pack for European summer and show you guys what I'm taking along with me. And I'm also going to show you guys, I also have a summer clothing haul, summer holiday clothing haul as well coming up, but I do have a lot of uni work to do, and at the moment I think I'm just procrastinating, so I better go and do that. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching today's video, and hopefully you guys can be excited for me as well. And yeah, I can't wait to share the rest of my journey with you guys and take you guys to Europe with me. So yeah, it definitely still feels quite surreal, but I'm so excited and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm just gonna leave this video by saying follow your dreams, follow your heart, and do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, the only person you're going to disappoint is yourself if you don't do it. So just take that leap, you know, take that leap and just, you know, imagine how boring life would be if we just took the safe option every single time. I'm so happy that I've done this for myself finally, and that I've taken the leap and I've gone for it, because like I've said before, like imagine how boring life would be if we all just took the safe option. Yeah, I mean, we could all just stay in little bubble wrapped, you know, little containers and never leave the house and never get a bruise or a scratch on us. But like, how much fun is that really, you know? So yeah, just follow your heart, follow your dreams, and just basically you do you. So bye guys.